Sorry guys, bear with, just sorting my mic out. There we are. Should be live, good to go. Got a cup of Earl Grey in my golden goal mug, which you can buy on my shop below. And I got a little bit of dark chocolate as well to kick off Sunday morning. I hope everyone's doing well. We like a bit of dark chocolate. It's actually quite good for you. I hope everyone's doing well. How did you get on in Gameweek 22? Let me know in the chat. Not too bad for me. Not too bad for me. I'll just crack on my team a second. 27 points, not too bad at all. It's Ole, good to see you, Insane Gamer. Arav, Dan, HYFY, Poison Hood is the first like. Love to see it. If you want to leave me a like rating, I'd really appreciate that. Just make the screen the right size. There we go. Screen share is not working. Bear with, we'll just fix that. You see me and my screen. There we go. That's how I got on. 26 points. Not amazing, but not shocking. And we're on a small red arrow, but not by much, to 55k overall. I'm just going to have a bit of dark chocolate if that's all right. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, Jasmine. 37 so far. Love that. Who's your captain? Did anyone not captain Salah? You captain Chris Wood. Isaac, yeah, man. Never back the early kickoff. Went with Palmer captain. Love that. Yeah, here's, well, I don't know why I'm looking at that. Here's how my team got on. So I've still got Sells, Aina, Palmer, Haaland and Wood to go. So I think that's a pretty good set of players still to go. I reckon Nottingham Forest can keep a clean sheet against Southampton. I'm just going to tweet that I'm live, if that's all right. Live now. Hashtag FPL. Stefan captain Isaac. Arav hoping for a Bruno brace. We'll see. Winning your head-to-head 22-10. Nice. Jasmine captain Palmer. Poison Hood has Milenkovic, Elanga, Wood, Pickford and Palmer left. I like that. 34 points. Palmer captain, Jackson and Ahmad left for Jacob. FPL North looking likely to be another red arrow. Drop down to 15k. Still a very good rank, mate. Still a very good rank. Went with Palmer captain and it paid off. Well, you don't... I'll be honest, mate. You don't know if it's paid off yet. You don't know if it's paid off. Because you don't know what Palmer's going to do yet. Top 20k for FPL D unit. 6 players to play. Like it. Laura's got 3 Forest. We love the triple Forest. I'm big on Nottingham Forest. I'm big on Forest. I've got a quiz. What we got to go through today? Well, I've got a quiz. I'm going to talk about my transfer plans, actually, because I need to work out what the hell I'm going to do with my team. Because I've got some issues. Well, not issues, but I've got some big decisions to make, basically, on do I sell Haaland and how do I get some Man City players in ahead of the double. So I've got some rather big decisions to make with my team. Good morning, Harmony. Good to see you. Gunners Girl, good to see you as well. So yeah, I'm looking at this team and I'm wondering what to do with it, to be honest. Could be a case of Haaland out. If I sell Haaland, I can upgrade Semenyo, but then Semenyo's fixtures get really good. So it's all lots and lots of decisions, basically. Morning, Jess. Jacob, have Trent and Virgil. Do I sell one? Absolutely not, mate. I think you keep them if they got a double in 24. Good to see you, Liam. Did you go up to Coventry yesterday, mate? I don't know about you, but I never felt we were going to win that game. Bristol City being Bristol City. Should I transfer in Canate for Robinson? Maybe. I think it's really hard to say who you should bring in for that double at the moment because there's just a lot of football still to go. I'd put Canate as one of the Liverpool defenders I would pick though. Poison Hood, shall I roll my transfer? Well, I don't know, mate. There's lots of things to know about your team before I can say that. I already did Saar to Dibbling to be able to go for Timber to Trent. I hope he won't get injured. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm of the mind to maybe keep Haaland for one more week as well and just not do too much with my team. Because I feel like, well, if I roll again, I'll have 5 free transfers. And Chelsea at home is not, it's not a horrific fixture, is it? There are worse fixtures out there. So I'm of the mind to actually keep hold of Haaland, you know. Yeah, Coventry put the ball in the back of the net and we didn't. Need a number 9, mate. That's what we need. We need a number 9 who can actually slot the ball. Tell you what we need, mate, at Bristol City. We need Chris Wood. We need Chris Wood back. Bear with, guys. Outside of the football, though, what did everyone actually get up to yesterday? Anyone do anything exciting? I tweeted it yesterday, but I went to the gym after my deadline stream, and my mate who I went to the gym with told me that the owner of the gym wheeled a car in this week, and one of the new machines in the gym, I don't know, my phone is a bit sketchy to be fair, is a Ford Fiesta that they're going to strip the interior out of, put some like handles on the back so you can deadlift the Ford Fiesta, which is quite exciting. I'm not sure if I can deadlift a Ford Fiesta, but when I get it sorted, I'll let you know. I have a bad feeling Salah won't get a haul. He has dropped off a little bit, hasn't he? He has dropped off a little bit as Salah. See, the thing is with Robinson, I said this on my deadline stream yesterday. It's very easy to say this as an owner. I just think his returns have been really scabby. I think they've been really scabby. And the fixtures do get a little tough. So Man United, Newcastle, Forest, Palace, Wolves, Brighton. They're not, I don't know, they don't feel all that amazing. He does always drop off in January. That is a good point, Sean. Cheers, Jess. By the way, if you like the mug, you can get yourself a very nice. Mine's a little bit battered because I've had it for quite a while now. I think it's nearly 3 years old. Yeah, you can check out my shop. Should be on the stream somewhere if you want to get a golden goal mug. But yeah, cups of tea taste extra nice out of the mug. You're indeed correct, Jess. I probably wouldn't have Saliba in my FPL team right now, to be honest, Poison Hood. Went to the Coldplay concert. Huge, mate. Where was that? I must say I don't really I don't really listen to Coldplay all that much. I'll show you a video if I can. But my family live quite locally to where the Glastonbury festival's held. So I go there every year. They played in Mumbai. That is huge. And I've seen Coldplay at Glastonbury. They were there this year, actually, or last year, 2024. But I didn't go because I'd seen them already. But what year did they do it in? Must have been 2018. Maybe not. Maybe it was 2018. Sorry, 2017. I may have showed this on stream before, actually. 2017 then. 2016. Oh, I can't seem to find it. But anyway, they gave out like light up wristbands to everyone at the festival, and I would say that the crowd at Coldplay was like, I would say it was over 200,000 people there, and every single person had a light up wristband. So it was really cool. So like, as far as the eye could see, there was 250,000 people with light up wristbands, and that was really cool. And Coldplay were really good, to be fair. Good to see you, Alex. Played FC20. I haven't touched a computer game for like 6 months, to be fair. Your differentials this week are João Pedro, Bruno Fernandes, Jackson, and Rob Sanchez. Nice. Cheers, Liam. I'll have a gander. Did you have wristbands too, Arav? Is that a common Coldplay thing? Liam Manning's not concerned that we haven't won our last 6 away games. Yeah, we can't play away. Seb, appreciate the comment, mate. I do not think Bristol City are going to get into the playoffs. Should you have a look through the games? I'll have a look through the games, and then we can do a quiz if people want to do a quiz. As always, I've done a cheeky quiz. So the Newcastle Bournemouth game. I don't want to talk about it, Lloyd. I don't want to talk about it. Cliver, it's pronounced Cliver. I've been corrected in the comments section. Obviously scored his hat-trick. And I'd say it was a pretty damn convincing hat-trick as well. There were 3 really tidy finishes. And an added benefit for Cliver is that he is on penalties. So, yeah, I don't mind Cliver as an option. In fact, do you guys think... Who would you guys say is a better option right now out of Semenyo and Cliver? The 2 attacking Bournemouth assets that you'd probably want to pick. For me, I'd say Clivert's probably number 1. Kirkes with a goal. He looks pretty strong. What else happened? Yeah, Kirkes and Clivert with goals, isn't it? Oh, it's a Coldplay thing, I got you. Yeah, and I just love penalty takers. I think it just adds another string to every player's bow. An assist for Lewis Hall, and thankfully, Lewis Hall got subbed off before Newcastle completely fell apart. So I'm pretty sure he scored 4 points. He did. He got 4 points because I think they only conceded a couple of goals while he was on the pitch. Yeah. So we'll take that. Some scabby Lewis Hall returns. Or avoiding the minus points, I guess. Well, you say that, but he has scored a fair few from open play. It was an open play hat-trick he scored yesterday. And obviously the Newcastle goal coming from a corner. So Lewis Hall taking the corners, getting the assists. Liverpool-Brentford. I don't know why the games are in this... Oh, they were 3 p.m, weren't they? A brace for Darwin Núñez, all after 90 minutes. An assist for Trent. And an assist for Harvey Elliott. 3 bonus for Darwin, despite only playing like 5 minutes of football. Trent got 2. So Trent with a clean sheet, assist, and 2 bonus points. So yeah, predictions was out the window. Should we see what I actually predicted in relation to the games? All right, so I had Newcastle 3, Bournemouth 1. Yeah, that didn't go so well. Liverpool 3, Brentford 1. Yeah, all 3 of those games were 2-0. Yeah, not great. I guess Fulham Leicester. At least I got the results right. I had West Ham and Palace drawing though. And then Arsenal 2, Villa 1. Yeah, that didn't go to fruition. Anyway, let's skip over that. Fulham 2, Leicester 0. Goals for Smith Rowe and Adama Traore. Assists for Lukic and Wilson. I don't know. Smith Rowe with a bit of a haul, to be fair. Goal, 3 bonus, 11 pointer. Has anyone actually still got Smith Rowe in their team that's an active FPL manager and watching the stream? I had him in my team at the start of the season, but I quickly got rid of him. Robinson also got 2. Did he get 2 bonus points? What a legend. Clean sheet and 2 bonus for Robinson. I do feel like his returns are scabby, but I will take them. And then I think that's all the news, really. No one's got any Leicester players, have they? Let's be honest. No one's got any Leicester players. Ruud van Nistelrooy got some stick as well, I heard from the Leicester fans, so that's not going too well for him. Crystal Palace 2, West Ham 0. I was expecting a bit more from West Ham, I must say, under Graham Potter. Obviously, Crystal Palace with a 2-0 win. 2 goals for Mateta, assists for Nketiah and Eze. Max bonus went to Mateta, and I'm just going to check. Eze played 77 minutes. And when did Mateta's goal come? Can you see the minutes of the goals here, or do I need to look elsewhere? Bear with. You're going to have to look at my score predictions a sec. I'm just going to check what minute the... There you go. Nixie's answered it. Yeah, so Eze wasn't on the pitch when Mateta took the pen. So you can't definitively say Mateta is the designated penalty taker. But he did get the brace. And, yeah. I don't really think there's a whole lot to talk about there. Ismail Assar played the game. I know a lot of people have got Ismail Assar. So he started, played 67 minutes. So I'm guessing that hamstring injury is nothing really to worry about. But he didn't play the full 90. So, yeah. And then Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2. I was saying this in a group chat that I'm in, but given all of the Mikel Arteta Stoke City memes that I've seen on Twitter, whenever I watch Arsenal now, I just think of Stoke City. They're such like a big team as well, in terms of the players that they've got. And Rodgers didn't have the best game, to be fair. I think Arsenal went in to try and nullify Rodgers. They really kind of marked him out of the game. But it obviously didn't really work because Villa still scored a couple of goals. Tielemans and Watkins for their goals. Havertz and Martinelli with the 2 Arsenal goals. 2 assists for Trossard, Cash and Luca Dean. Luca Dean, by the way, in the 45 minutes that he played, Martin started the game and got subbed at half-time. I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry, guys. See, I'm such an amateur, aren't I? I'm still on the wrong screen. There we go. Appreciate that. I think Luca Dean looks like a pretty solid option going forwards. I don't see a way that Martin is going to be first choice left back for Villa anymore, I've got to say. And then Rodgers getting a yellow card for telling the ref he's not very good in other language. I think that's probably all the main stuff from that game, isn't it? Yeah, I saw that as well, Arav. People on Twitter, there was someone on Twitter trying to claim that the Havertz disallowed goal wasn't handball. Not for me. I'm just going to have a bit of dark chocolate a second. Right, it's quiz time, innit? Does everyone want to do a quiz? We're a little bit early compared to the stream start time. But shall we do a quiz? Yeah, they were claiming it didn't touch his hand. Well, yeah, everyone knows the handball rule is your arm, isn't it? Absolute amateurs. Right, so we'll go back to that screen. So you can see my team, and then we'll crack the quiz on. Question number 1 then. Who is the highest scoring player of Gameweek 22 so far? Dazzler, I'll show you a great website to help you understand that. I'll put it in the chat. Got the answers rolling in. Patrick Kluivert. How do I check? So if you... Oh, yeah, got on a shoe advert a sec. There we go. Oh, some exciting things happened yesterday. I bought some new shoes as well and they arrived. There you go. That's how you check your prices, mate. All right, the answer... Oh, I've lost my OBS. There we go. The answer is... Patrick. No, it's not Patrick. It's Justin, isn't it, his name? Justin Kluivert. 22 points. 22 points for Gameweek 22. I really like that Bournemouth kit, by the way. It's a pretty nice kit, isn't it? All right. Well done, everyone that got Kluivert. I'm pretty sure everyone that answered that question would have said Kluivert. Apart from Fax, who said Bruno Fernandes. All right. The silhouettes are players that are relevant to Game Week 22, by the way. If you're bored of the silhouette questions as well, just let me know and I'll stop doing them. But yeah, let me know who that is. I'm going to tag you in. If you're still here, Liam, I'm going to tag you in something back. There you go. This could be a lot of players. It could be. It's pretty generic, isn't it? Pretty generic old silhouette. I'll leave it on for another minute or so. Or another 30 seconds, sorry. While I look at the price changes. Wood's going to rise again this week, ladies and gents. Looks like he's going to go up. I couldn't resist saying that. Looks like Foden's going to rise in price as well. Raul Jimenez looks like he's going up. Milenkovic looks like he's going up again. Gibbs White probably going up. Interesting. Love that, Shane. Hope you've had a good day at work, mate. Oh, I think we got away with that. It's Trent. Hopefully no one saw the answer to the next question because I accidentally selected that screen. Lovely teeth, by the way, Trent. Lovely teeth. I'm jealous. So it was Trent. So well done, everyone that said Trent. I think quite a lot of people will be 2 out of 2 at the moment. All right, then. So related to Trent, how many assists has he got in the Premier League this season? Without cheating, I trust you not to cheat. It's good, isn't it, Dazzler? The live FPL site is the best one for price predictions. So hopefully that will help you out, mate. Keep that in mind. How many assists is he on? Ooh. Is there a difference? So I have got the answer to this question from the FPL game. I've got this from the FPL game. So I don't know if they're official Premier League assists. I've got them as FPL assists, mate. When I went on the FPL app this morning and thought about the quiz questions, that's the number I've taken. Oliver's bloody cheated. Well, that's game over, isn't it? You can't be cheating and then admit it. Well, that's quiz question over, isn't it? Brilliant. Cheers, Oliver. Thanks for that. Well, I'll have to reveal the answer. Cheers for that, Oliver. It's 5. So well done, everyone that said 5. Let us know what you're on out of 5. Oh, sorry, out of 3 so far on the quiz. In fact, just because you cheated, I'm going to have to do this, I'm afraid, my mate. Just for 5 minutes for the rest of the quiz. Just so we don't ruin it for everyone else. It's only fair. I just choked on my tea. Oh, no. Oh, that was a near-death experience then. Then he got killed by a cup of tea. Right, question 4. Who is that, ladies and gentlemen? Who is that? It's just for 10 minutes, Oliver, and then you're back. When the quiz is over, you'll be reinstated, basically. You nearly lost me, Jess. I nearly died on stream. I nearly actually died. Answers are flying in. By the way, if you haven't already, and you're enjoying the quiz and my fantastic live stream chat, feel free to leave a like rating on the stream. Let's see if we can do 100 likes on this stream. I'd be very grateful if we could get to 100 likes. Let's have a look. How many are we on? How many are we on? We're on 27. Let's see if we can get to 100. Right, everyone, the answer is Darwin Núñez. So well done, everyone that said Darwin. I think we might have some good scores this week on the quiz. We might have some good scores. All right, final question. There you go. I ask this quite often, but it's been a little while since I've done a reaction stream because the games have been so thick and fast. So, yeah. How many goals have been scored so far this game week? And please don't cheat. I'm trusting you guys not to cheat. How many goals have been scored so far this game week? A few. Great answer. Harjot Singh is saying 19. Everyone's adding. Look, we got some maths going on here. I really like it, FPL Shane, but I'm not sure about changing it to Man City. The answer: 15 goals. I'm just going to check that my maths is correct here, but I think it should be. So we got 5 in the Newcastle-Bournemouth game, plus 6, there's 3 lots of 2, 11, plus 4, 2-2, Villa-Arsenal, 15. So well done, everyone that said 15. Right answers by the looks of it. Jess got it right. Well done, Jess. Alex, Harmony. Harjot did a big adding up job, and he got the wrong answer. So unfortunate. Alex got 5 out of 5. We love that. Well done, Jess. Good guess. Right, go back to my team. Yeah, I was trying to cook up what I'm actually going to do with this team next week. And it's a little bit tough, I won't lie. Right, I'm just going to poke about. I'm really looking at getting rid of... I need to buy some Liverpool, you are correct. But the thing is, I can probably do this, actually, to be fair. So if I get rid of Haaland... The question is, though, who do I... I'm going to buy Trent, I think, if I sell Haaland. But who do I buy up front in place of Haaland? It's a really tough decision, isn't it? I quite like Wissa. Obviously, Solanke, by the way, is out, so you can't go for Solanke. And I'm actually quite keen on using the assistant manager as well in Gameweek 24. So owning 3 outfield Liverpool players, I'm not sure I want to do that. And I'm just not massive on Gakpo. So I'm leading towards Wissa, and then Semenyo can become Gordon. And then we're looking like that. 4.2 million in the bank, which is crazy money, I know. But I just can't spend it. I genuinely think the best team in FPL right now involves not spending all the money. So yeah, going into game week 20 next week, I'd have a team like this. Or I could just give my old team another week and go into game week 23 like this. Oh no, it's changed. I've made the transfers. How do I reset it? Oh well. So I could go in with my old team. Decisions. Yeah, I agree, Crew Ploppy. I think David Moyes could be a good shout. I'll just reiterate again how I just think this assistant manager chip is going to be so powerful. I don't really watch many other FPL content creators to know if they're saying the same. But the points that are available from this chip. So you get 6 points for a win, 3 for a draw, 1 per goal, and 2 for a clean sheet. So say you pick Arnie Slot, and he wins both games of the double, it's a 12-pointer. Say they keep 1 clean sheet, 14 points, and say they score 5 goals, 19 points. You get 19 points from that double game week. And then if it's David Moyes and he beats a team that are 5 places above them, so say they somehow either draw or beat Liverpool, and they've got Leicester in their first game as well. Not that really matters. But I just think there's so many points available from this chip. I just realised my camera's a bit too high. There we go. Yeah, there's so many points available from this chip. So I'm really thinking about deploying it in Game Week 24. I don't know what you guys are thinking. But yeah. And also I'm not massive on the idea of making transfers for like multiple game weeks in the future. Because you could just end up getting players that are injured. If I just go back to the pick screen, transfer you out, bring back my old team as it was. How do I press restore? So I don't think that's an awful team, is it, really, going into Game Week 23? Yeah, you can use it, Arav. I don't mind it. I think for Salah, Everton and Bournemouth is not too bad. It's not too bad. And also, I don't think the likelihood is really high. But you've got this double in 24 for Liverpool and Everton, which looks good. And then in 25, there's also a potential extra double between Tottenham and Fulham. So that could be pretty spicy as well. So you could use your assistant manager and cover 4 games with 2 game weeks on it, which I quite like the look of. I'm just not sure about Everton players. You can joke about bringing Dominic Calvert-Lewin into your team, but then you actually have to bring Dominic Calvert-Lewin into your team, and I'm not sure I want to do that. I just don't trust Everton, really. I just don't like Everton. Yeah, Iraola's a good shout. Let's get the assistant manager prices up. Does everyone let me know in the chat? Do you guys actually have a plan for when you want to use it? There's the chips. There's the prices. When do people plan to use it? Because I'm bigging it up. I think it has the potential to be game breaking if used correctly. Top 10 travel, mate. I appreciate that. We're going bigger. We're going for 100, bro. We got 117 people watching now. 560 apparently have tuned in total. I reckon we can do 100. People looking to use it at the end of the season. Amorim or Glasner. I agree. 24 is good. End of the season. Probably after 32. Yeah. I just think it's got the potential to be really big. And yeah, look at some of the managers, I just don't think there's any justification to pick Arteta, Maresca, Guardiola. Well, I was going to call him Guardiola then. Guardiola and Eddie Howe. You may as well go for Arnie Slot. And then the rest of the managers at like 1.1-ish million, I just think are a bit too expensive. But you pick them if they got a double, I guess. Like Iraola, Hertzler, Silva, Nuno. You could pick them. But only when they've got good game weeks, I guess. Because Nuno at 1.1 million, I just don't think it's worth it. Thomas Frank, yeah, he could be good. Glasner could be good as well. And then I really do like Graham Potter and Moyes. I just feel like Potter will improve West Ham. And the Wolves manager as well. Just look at the league table. So you get, just remind myself, 5. If you beat a team that's 5 places above you in the league, you get the bonus points. So let's have a look at the quick. I did this on my deadline stream, to be fair. So you guys are probably bored of it, but I'm just trying to help you get better at FPL. Look at the table. Yeah. If like Wolves play Crystal Palace, Brentford, Brighton, you could see them winning those games maybe under the new manager. And to be fair, I tell you what, Postecoglou, right now, Tottenham are 15th in the table. I know they've got a game today. But they are 6 places below Fulham in the table. So if they have a double game week in 25 involving Fulham, Tottenham are 15th, by the way. And Man United, that's so bad, isn't it? So bad. I wonder where Man United will actually finish this season. Negative goal difference, more losses than wins. It's not looking good, Brev. Not looking good. I'll go back to my live team. There we go. It does, facts, it does. So you can only have 3 players plus an assistant manager from any one team. It does remove a player in the double, but it also is a player in the double, if that makes sense. United bottom 3. Brilliant. I also think, because I keep bigging up this assistant manager chip, right? I'm conscious of that. I also think that it's worth using transfers on to switch between managers every week. I genuinely think it's that powerful. Yeah. By the way, 140 people in it now. The audience is growing for this one. So if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like rating on the stream. That would be wonderful. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes. What are we on at the moment? 46. Let's see if we can do 100 likes. I'd be very grateful. I plan on making a transfer each week on the manager. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Bear with, folks. I'm going to sneeze. All right, I'm back. I was asking what did everyone get up to yesterday? But has anyone got any big plans today? What's everyone up to today for their Sunday? As well as obviously watching the football. I went for a nice walk around the Bristol Harbour this morning. Got a little Greg's coffee for my little walk before I did this. I find it's quite nice to get a bit of sunlight on your skin before going to work. This is sort of work, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Facts. But I think, yeah, I was going to say David Moyes can get them scoring goals, but I don't think the problem with Everton scoring goals or not is the manager. I think it's the players. Harmonies, are you going to the Leeds game or just watching it on telly? Good luck for your exam, Nixie. Shukran, what does that mean? What does Jack Shite mean? I've never heard that before. Has it just been rubbish? I'm sorry to hear if your work week's been rubbish, mate. Crew Ploppy's going to sit in the garden for a bit. Oh, man. Sounds great. UK is not really sit in the garden weather at the moment, but it is go for a walk. You can at least get out for a walk. Arav, we'll likely get like a, what do you call it? Preliminary announcement. There you go. There's my English coming out in full strength. We'll likely get an early announcement, hopefully before the Gameweek 24 deadline. But Ben Crellin seems to think that it will be officially announced after the Gameweek 24 deadline, which is a little bit annoying. I know how to say it, Nixie. I don't know why my mouth couldn't shape for the words then. Nanzing Daddy is scared of opening the FPL app because all your players blanked. You know when you've had like a big weekend or you spent a load of money and you know you've been a little bit complacent and you're scared to check your bank account. Has anyone been there? I think everyone's been there, right? That's how Nanzing's feeling right now. Insane Gamers on holiday again in 3 weeks. I love that. I need to book a holiday, actually. I need to go somewhere in March. I want to go somewhere during the March international break. I'm looking to go to Italy again. I want to go to Florence. So I'm looking at going to Florence. And from where I live in Bristol, you can't fly from Florence directly. To Florence directly, sorry. You have to go via Pisa. So I'm going to fly to Pisa, get the train to Florence, and then on my way back, I'm going to go and see the Leaning Tower and go home. So I think that's going to be my holiday. I'll do it. Should I do an FPL live Q&A like I did from Venice back last year? I'll do a live Q&A from the centre of Florence. How does that sound? Salah captain makes you want to cry. Does getting 3 points count as a blank? He obviously got the point for the clean sheet. Jack, I appreciate that. I'm 372k in the world, still Palmer and Sells to play. I have 0.8 to spend on assistant manager. Who do I get? David Moyes, I reckon, mate, if you want to use it in 24. Off the wine since New Year. Congrats, mate. Congrats, that's huge. Still a blank, fair enough. Leaning Tower is overhyped. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I think the most interest. I tell you what, shall I do a live Q&A from there, and we can look at the people that are trying to hold up the tower for the photos. But yeah, I've been told Pisa's a little bit overrated. Hence why I want to go to Florence and then just quickly visit on the way back. You're very worried about not. Yeah, I would be too. It's I'm sorry to hear that you've not got wood, Nick sees. That's a hard place to be. On TV, homemade pizza. Oh, huge. You got a new pizza oven. Can I come round for some homemade pizza tonight, Harmony? Sounds great. Dandelion and burdock pop. That sounds great. Sounds great. I had a good dinner last night, to be fair. Whenever I have a substandard week in FPL, I make myself a steak. I find that's a good way of getting over a rough week in FPL is cooking yourself a nice steak. So I did that last night. Forest are pretty good, aren't they, Jack? I would agree there. Would you do Odegaard to Foden? No. I think I'd do Odegaard to Gordon. Or Mbumo. If Southampton play the way they played versus Man U, they will score versus Forest. Yeah, but Forest they're unreal. Kristen, hello, brother. I'm well, man. Treble, I'm not going to pretend to be... I don't even have a skillet to cook it properly, to be fair. I just fry it in a pan. So I don't have the culinary skill to completely decide how the steak comes out. But I would say most of the time it comes out medium. And medium sort of works for me. Any rarer, it's a bit too chewy. I think medium is where you want to be. People say medium rare, but define to me what medium rare actually looks like. You know, medium is good for me. Would 77% expected ownership. That is large. Trying to get Mbumo in desperately, but requires a -8. Don't do it then. Not worth it. Especially when he doesn't have a double game week. I'm not going to tell anyone, Crew Ploppy. I certainly won't tell Thai. I think you're from Thailand, aren't you? The Thai border force. Anish, should I double up on defenders? I don't think it's true that defenders score most in doubles. I don't think that's true. But I think the best Liverpool triple up of outfield players is probably Salah, Trent, and Van Dijk or Konate. So I think you're on something there. Yeah, I think it's too late to bring in Foden now. Got 2 million in the bank and need a Jackson replacement. I wouldn't replace Jackson just yet. But if I needed to, I'd probably get Wissa or Wood. Arav watched the Conference League final in a pub in Florence. Not the best memory. Yeah. Who was your team for that? Changed my captain from Salah to Haaland at the last minute. Alan, I hope it pays off for you too. I did not have the bottle to do that this week. I had Haaland as my captain last week, but yeah, that didn't quite work out for me. It's annoying because I would have said that, Solanke would have been a good option, but he's not a good option anymore. Got an injury, hasn't he? Done his knee, I think. What's your transfers going to be? I'm still unsure, to be honest, mate. I'll just show you my team. So I've got 4 free transfers at this point, right? So I could get rid of Haaland next week, buy Wissa, upgrade Semenyo to Gordon, and upgrade Robinson to Trent. So that could work. And then in Gameweek 24, play my assistant manager, put it on slot, and go from there. Or I could just hold on to my team as it is, not make any transfers, and just get through. I'm thinking of making those 3 transfers because Robinson against United, Semenyo against Forest, and Haaland against Chelsea. I think I could go Wissa, Gordon, Trent. I think that's probably better. Yeah, tough one. We'll think about it. Mahmood, 3K overall. Need your advice to win FPL. What do you need, mate? I'd say keep doing what you're doing if you're 3K overall. I captained Ahmad last week. That's very good going, mate. My pleasure, Jack. Yeah, I just think this assistant managership, genuinely, if you use it in the right way, can be game breaking. Genuinely. FPL Diamond, Haaland captaincy haul. Yeah, I don't have him captain, but I'd love a Haaland haul. I feel like there's no nice under 7 million mids. I don't want to downgrade any of my defenders, but they seem essential. I'd back Gordon, to be honest, mate. I could go in Bumo as well. I could go in Bumo instead of Semenyo. I'm unsure. Good to see you, Andy. Agree, Jack? I would also, as Andy says, I would genuinely look at using transfers for the assistant manager. Bloody hell, the viewers have just absolutely dropped up. We're on 200 people now. If you're new around here and enjoying my live stream chat, please leave a like rating on the stream. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes. That'd be pretty cool. Just going to check how many we're on at the moment. But thank you everyone that's come over and joined. I don't know how we've just jumped up so much, but yeah. I appreciate that. Cheers, FPL Diamond. Words got out, Glenn. Yeah. The big man's live, innit? The big man is live. FPL Diamond, do you want to be in mods? Alright, man. To be fair, you've been on the channel for a long time. There you go, brother. Thank you for all your support. Oh, I see. Fair enough, Arav. Fair enough. My pleasure, man. John B. Golden Goal Hero. Love that, mate. Thank you so much. What a legend. Welcome, John. Thank you for joining as a member. Wesley with a crazy bad week. Arsenal double defence not working. I would keep him. I'd keep him. Sandwiches are pretty good. I'm looking forward to a. What do you? Is it Florentian? How do you? What is something that belongs to Florence? What do you? What do you call that? I'm looking forward to a sandwich though if they're good. I like sandwiches. Solanke's out for 6 weeks. Yep. We know. Mateta? Yeah, he's decent, mate. He's perfectly decent. Nightmare, yeah, this is my team. I should probably go back to my live rank, actually. Florentine, yeah, is that the way to say it? I don't know. Andy, I don't really have a chip strategy at the moment. And I think it would be... I want to make a chip strategy video, but I think it would be almost like disingenuous of me to make one because I don't really have one yet. And I think the right way to play it at the moment is to keep yourself open. Florentine, is that right? Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, 25 more likes. I reckon we got this in the bag. What made you choose Golden Goal? Well, the channel started, me and my mate Sam, like nearly 3 years ago now, in 2021. And we just decided the name Golden Goal. I don't really know where it came from. It's just spur of the moment thing, and it's stuck from there. And since the channel has become just me, Sam has just moved on to different ventures. We're still very good friends. And it's gone from there. I have triple Liverpool and Newcastle. I think it's okay going forwards. I definitely need to buy some Liverpool Nightmare. And I'm definitely questioning if it's actually worth buying Everton players. I really am. Are there any Everton players that are actually better than my team at the moment? I'm not sure. Would you transfer out João Pedro for Wissa? See how he gets on this week, mate. See how he gets on. The show ran on oil and gas back then. Let's just say the graphics were quite different. Does anyone want to see the graphics from the first video on the Golden Goal channel? I'd like to think things have improved from a graphical point of view. Maybe not from a presenter point of view, though, because my friend Sam was very good. With the assistant manager chip, I think there are so many points available. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree, Shane. I don't remember that crew floppy, I'm afraid. I imagine that's a little bit before my time, I'm afraid, in the nicest way possible. Saliba replacement? I think I'd go for Konate, John, to be honest. That's my gut feel. Exactly, Mohammed. I'm asking that question too. Who are you meant to be picking? I don't know. You got to go to sleep, FPL Diamond Man. Sleep is one of the most important things. 8 hours of sleep every day, mate. You got to try and get that. I'm not sure how you're going to do that at 6:30 a.m. But yeah, sleep is big, mate. You need to be prioritising that. Crown right now, I think it's Gameweek 24 for me, and it all depends. See, why it can't be definitive about a chip strategy, but I've already used my triple captain, so it kind of makes sense to use it in Gameweek 24. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Kulusevski or Richarlison? I'd probably say Richarlison. Dazzler, that is absolutely massive. Ooh. Thank you for your super chat. I was just trying to think about how to answer your question. I'm not sure I'd do that, Dazzler. That is very generous, though. Thank you so much. I'm not sure I'd do that. I guess it depends when you want to use your assistant manager, doesn't it? If you're planning to use it in 25, then I'd do that. But we also have another wild card to use as well. So I think you could use your wild card to set yourself up for other for uses of assistant manager, you know? I think that move makes sense if you want to use it at that time. But you also, I think, will have a wild card where you could also set yourself up for it. So it's completely up to you, to be honest, mate. But I think downgrading Gordon to a cheaper midfielder is maybe the way to go. I also still think, regardless of Kluivert, I keep saying Kluivert, regardless of Kluivert's recent performances, I still think Rodgers is the best cheap midfielder in the game. In my opinion, Dazzler. I'd always back Rodgers. I would. I'd wait, Brendan. I wouldn't. I don't think it's a good idea to make transfers in FPL for future game weeks. I think it's worth. Oh, my camera went out of focus then. I think it's worth holding on to your transfers because the worst thing that could possibly happen to you is you buy a player early and then they get injured and you've just wasted a transfer because you have to use another one to get rid of them. But yeah, I agree on the assistant manager being very powerful. Please, should I sell Watkins at home to West Ham? I'd hold. Like I said, mate, I wouldn't make the early transfer. For me, I know I'm going to make an early transfer, but I think the early transfer actually improves my team as a whole, as opposed to just getting me ready for Gameweek 24. James, if you've got it, it's a perfectly decent chance to use it. Absolutely. Dazzler, my pleasure, mate. Thank you. That's a very generous donation. They could get it in 25, Andy, but we won't know until prior to the Game Week 24 or even after, which would be a bit mental, wouldn't it? Finding out after the Game Week before's deadline if you've got a double. It's unfair to everyone. Unfair to match-going fans, unfair to FPL players. It's not cool. That would be uncool if they did that. I'm just checking Twitter to see if there's any news. Other than Solanke. I think Solanke is the big news, isn't it? Yeah, Solanke is the big news. Yeah, triple captain Salah in 24 works. I'm looking to, Mike Rob. I think I'm going to buy Wissa. So my 3 moves, if I were hypothetically to do it, would be Haaland to Wissa, Semenyo to Gordon or Mbumo, and Robinson to Trent. And then I'll deploy the assistant manager in 24 and have Arnie Slot. Yeah, Flacker, I just don't trust any Liverpool midfielders outside of Salah in FPL. That's my view. I just don't trust any. And I know Gakpo's a forward, but you know what I mean. I just don't trust anyone's minutes. I'll be honest, Arav, I don't think Man United will get there. But also, is it possible to sell the tickets if they don't? Because you could be a nice little investment for you. If you can sell them on if you don't want to go, could be a good investment. Although I guess you do live in India, so it depends how they're delivered to you, whether they're in person, like a paper ticket or a digital one. Yeah, Salah's definitely fallen off a little bit. Yeah, might sell to get Semenyo. Oh, I'm going to do the other way. Although I am looking Semenyo to Mbumo, to be fair. I'm looking at Semenyo to Mbumo. I'll be live until, well, for another 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to hop off if that's all right. I was just going to have a look at Mbumo, wasn't I? Sorry, Kluivert versus Mbumo. Brentford. Mbumo. 140 points for the legend. 13-3, 0.54 per 90. Semenyo. Yeah, I know the fixtures get good. Semenyo is 0.4464. He's pretty good, isn't he? Pretty good. Kluivert chess right now, I'd say. And I'm not even being reactive to Game Week 23, Game Week 22 results. He's on penalties. I think he looks really good. He's on 0.52. So he's not too far off in Mbumo. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, Terry, but I keep him for one more game. I keep him for one more game. Top Hat writes you, bench Mateta. Bro, what are you doing? I think Haaland will be the same as Salah. I think they'll both be around 13, I would say. I don't, Abel. I don't. I used it on Haaland against Ipswich. Yeah, he did have a bit of a stinker. Does anyone have any worries about Hall starting the next one with how poorly he played? That's a fair point. 84 likes. I reckon we got 192 people watching now, apparently. I reckon we can hit 100 likes before the end of the stream. I reckon we can hit 100 likes. So if you haven't already and have enjoyed the stream so far, you can hit the like button. It'd be really appreciated. And if you haven't already, you can subscribe, which should allow you to chat with me if you want to ask me or just some general FPL chit-chat is most welcome. I'm usually pretty good at replying to the chat. I'll do my best. Love that, Shane. I'm glad you're home, man. Enjoy your Sunday evening, mate. Josh, I don't mind that. I'm just, again, I just go back to, I'm not huge on any of the other Liverpool attackers that aren't Salah. But I think you have to say of the rest, Gakpo is probably the best one at the moment. He is Kluivert's son. He is. Thank you guys for leaving a like. I appreciate that. I reckon we can do 100. I agree. Dylan is looking to buy Trent. Transfer from Robinson or Gabriel. Can decide. Ooh. I think I would sell Robinson, to be honest. Jumping Muffin. I think he probably is, you know. With the injuries that Liverpool have, I think he probably is. Harmony benched Eze. Wow. Sometimes you got to do it. I guess he did only get an assist, right? So it could have been a lot worse. Harry Wilson, not for me. Not for me, Chess Ecom. Hopefully, I can still paste the link. There you go. Check that, mate. That's got the price rises on it. Kevin? Yes, I think Sales is the best keeper right now. I would agree. I've always been saying since the start of the season that I think Onana will be the #1 scoring keeper. And I think I probably still believe that. Probably. But I like Sales. 100 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, everyone. We love 100 likes. What a cool way to end the stream. Right, I'm going to change my screen now. I think consider the FPL portion of the stream over now. You can ask me anything at this point. And I'm going to go and shoot off in about 5 minutes' time. So I'm live if you want to. You can ask me anything at this point, which is probably a dangerous thing to say. Who is that? Is he a Bournemouth forward? Diamond, my pleasure, man. Wait and see what Jackson produces this week, is what I'd say to that. We'll just wait and see. I think he could go off. He's got the potential to. He's got the potential to. Otaro, yeah. I think he's all right. I prefer Semenyo and Kluivert to him, though, I've got to say. Favourite pub in Bristol? Favourite pub? It's a bit of a common one, but I'd probably say the cider press on Gloucester Road is one of my favourites, mate. I do like the cider press on Gloucester Road. I do like that. John, it's got to be Ronaldo, mate. He was in his youth. Well, say youth is probably a weird way of describing him, but yeah, my prime time getting interested in football was sort of 2005 to 2008 when Ronaldo was at United. So he was my favourite. Thank you, Jack. I'm going to go back to my parents because it's my stepmom's birthday this week. So I've got to give her a present, and I'm going to go for a bit of lunch as well. Favourite YouTuber outside of FPL? It's a good question. It's got to be Chris Harris. I really love cars. I don't really talk about cars too much on this channel, but I am absolutely obsessed with cars. And as a motoring journalist, absolutely the best, probably the best car journalist in the world, to be fair. His name's Chris Harris. And whenever he uploads a video, I immediately click on it. So I'd probably say Chris Harris is my favourite YouTuber outside of FPL. Tyson Fury retirement. Yeah, another one. Another retirement. What car do you drive? I do quite like Matt Armstrong. I agree. He's pretty good. I have a Toyota GT86, mate. That's what I'm driving at the moment. It gave me a few problems last year, though, to the point where I was considering getting rid of it. But it's I've got them all fixed, and it's seemingly good again. So I'm enjoying the car again. But yeah, I'm potentially looking at changing it this year. I've got a few potentials in mind, but that's my current vehicle. I put a rather large exhaust on it as well, so it's quite loud. But we like a loud car. I've always been obsessed with Japanese cars as well. That's another niche that I'm into. Absolutely love a Japanese car. McNeil for the double. Don't mind it. I just don't think he's back. Kristen, we'll do that for the deadline stream next week, mate, if you want. JDM for life, indeed. What's your favourite JDM car, Matteo? I'm currently, I don't know why, I flip-flop between my favourite cars, but right now my favourite, the car that I really want, is a Toyota JZX 100 Chaser. I just think they look absolutely insane. There we go. I even tweeted about one the other day. And they also have a fantastic engine in them. I want one of them. Don't they just look so gangster? You don't see many of them either, if ever, because they're only in Japan. I just love them. I think they look so good. So I want to get one of them. Faras. You can find out. Live FPL will tell you. I'll put the link in the chat again. You might have to go on a. It will tell you how owned Forest defenders are around your rank, mate. If you go on that website. Do they actually make a? Oh, you've got a Polo GTI, have you, Jack? I was looking at a Golf GTI actually to replace the GT86. It was a Golf GTI, an M140i, or an M240i BMW. Those are the cars that I was lining up to potentially replace the GT86. No, I've never been to Japan, Crew Ploppy. I'd love to, but I've never been. That's a trip I've got planned for the next couple of years for sure. Why not an S3? Well, my friend, the Audi S3 is amongst, same as the Golf R, and because I live in a city, they are amongst the most stolen cars in the UK, because they're very popular amongst criminals, because they're super fast, pretty unsuspecting, and four-wheel drive, so anyone can drive them quickly. So for that reason, they get stolen quite a lot. So I don't really want an S3, an RS3, or a Golf R. And they would be extremely expensive to insure in a city as well. So for that reason, I don't want one. And also, I don't like understeer. I prefer a rear-wheel drive car. So for that reason, I wouldn't get one. Like that, James. You too, Kristen. I'll stay live for another 5 minutes and then I'll shoot off. Dazzler has got an Austin Healey 3000. Love that. AK, if I can somehow wangle myself into the top 10k, I would be over the moon. But quite honestly, in the top 100k, I'd be happy. You too, Lloyd. Hope you have a good day, mate. Let's hope for some Haaland returns. Let's hope for some Haaland returns. The Toyota Aqua and the Mazda Demio. Yeah, I know quite a lot about New Zealand, and you have a lot of Japanese cars over there, don't you? Thank you, Top 10 Travel. I hope so too, my friend. A Mark 1 Cortina, that is cool. I had a Mark, well, the first generation of the new Mini Cooper. My dad kindly handed me down his old Mini. I kind of wish I kept that car for a bit longer than I had it for, to be honest, because it was very good. Yeah, I did not expect Mr. Looney Tune. I did not expect Newcastle to lose that game. I predicted them to win 3-0. You know, they rarely get beaten at St James's Park, and they certainly very rarely get thrashed. But yeah, I think you can safely say they got thrashed yesterday. Yeah, can see that, Shane. And also, Japanese cars are just so well made. German cars are a little bit more luxurious, but Japanese cars are just so well engineered. Can't beat them. Too right, Diamond. Iraola is pretty good, isn't he? Was he at Athletic Bilbao when he was a player? He played for Bilbao, didn't he, when he was a player? Connor P, I'd probably have to say Gakpo, given the double. But I'm not 100% on that. I'm not 100% on that. Yeah, Kluivert was really convincing. I tell you what, FPL Shane, Korean car companies, since they've gone like fully electric, they make some really nice cars now. They've really stepped up their game. Previously, you think like a Hyundai or a Kia was a pretty, you know, some people might consider them embarrassing cars, but nowadays they are really good. I do like a good Skyline Diamond. I do. What's your favourite shape Skyline? I probably have to say R32 for me. I do like a Skyline. In the UK, though, a Skyline GTR nowadays is a £100,000 car, which is absolutely mental, but that's what they cost. I hope the game goes well for you, James. I hope the game goes well for you. I hope Haaland scores, but I hope it goes well for you. Also, I don't mean this in a offensive way, FPL Diamond, but I feel like a Nissan Skyline is like the basic JDM car, whereas mine are a bit more niche. Like if I would say I prefer like a Silvia to a Skyline. Bro, an R34 I think is about £300,000 now. Genuinely, I think they're about 300k in the UK. Crazy. Yeah, I like an S15. I do like an S15. Shall we have a look? I don't even know. What's for lunch? I'm going home to my dad's house. I think he's put a stew on, so I got a little stew. A 4-0 Tractor Boys win. We will see. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a Jaguar E-Type. Switch from a C43 to an RS3. Fair, man. Like I said, they're just too commonly stolen in the UK. If you're not from the UK, you probably wouldn't realise that. But and I live in a city, so it's like prime. It's just, I think if I had one, it'd get nicked. So I don't want to do that. The good thing about my car is that no one would really want to nick it because number one, it's really loud and there aren't many of them, so it'd be quite easily tracked down. Stay until 11 a.m. All right, mate. Mate, you can't go wrong with a Nissan Micra. That's all I'm saying. You can't go wrong. They're bulletproof, mate. Especially if you're not a massive car nut. You can't go wrong. I've got triple Nottingham Forest too. Andy, I will be around for both. So after the games today, I will do another reaction stream. And then I'll have, well, while I'm at my dad's house, I'll be working on my next Ultimate Guide video, which will go out after my stream. So you're going to get both, Andy. 3 bits of content today. Aren't you lucky? Yeah, we can have a look at a R34 Skyline for sale in the UK. It's absolutely mental, ladies and gents. There's one for sale for £280,000 at the moment. Here you go. For context. Okay, so they're not quite a £300,000 car, but my pleasure, Duncan. So yeah, they made a Nürburgring special. I'm getting really car nerdy here, right? But this is meant to be like the absolute top. So the V-spec Nürburgring is the best factory spec GTR they made. £250,000 for one of them. A standard GTR, I say standard, you know what I mean by that? 135k. Look, there's one here, pretty much factory spec, factory wheels, 7,000 miles, and it's £250,000. They are pretty cool though, aren't they? They are pretty cool. But yeah, 250k. Mental. This is probably, I'll tell you what, I love the Enki wheels on that one. It is nice though, isn't it? People are probably tuning off now because I'm looking at cars. I'll tell you what though, I would rather have one of these than like a McLaren or a Ferrari. I really would. I really would. It's a special vehicle, isn't it? It's just unbelievable that they're £250,000. You'll probably get nicked as well if you had it. One of the best engines ever made, RB26, let's just say. Do love a Japanese 6-cylinder engine. Beautiful car. Should we see if there's a chaser for sale? Is anyone selling a chaser? Oh no, we're on the wrong page. Beautiful. Very few chasers for sale, I'd imagine. Go back to that. Yeah, Midnight Purple. My eyes do like that, speaking about cars, mate. We need that channel. We'll see, man. We'll see. There are lots of car channels. Much like there's lots of FPL channels, to be fair. But yeah, making car content is a little bit more taxing or pricey than FPL content. Olige, if that's how you pronounce it. That is definitely good. You don't even need to ask me. You got 3-digit number of points, mate. You don't even need to ask me. Yeah, I tell you what, I think is it the Mark 1 Celica? Bear with. The Mark 1 Celica is a really cool car. You got 140 people just tuning in for car chat. Check out the Mark 1 Celica, man. Isn't that sick? Oh, my transition screen is broken. But anyway, that's a pretty cool car, isn't it? I'm pretty sure, is it the Mark II as well? If my internet wants to work. Mark II is pretty good. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. I just love pop-up headlights. And I'm pretty sure the Mark III is pretty nice as well. Yeah, Mark III's got pop-up headlights as well. We love some pop-up headlights, don't we? Let's be honest. Pop-up headlights are wicked. That's pretty cool. Mitsubishi Lancer. I like that. Best place to buy a car? Oh, it depends what kind of car you're getting, mate. If you're buying a better than, I don't know, a more premium brand, let's just use that word, I would always buy them from a main dealer because they offer a year's warranty when you buy. So I would usually buy from a main dealer, but I've always found them on Auto Trader. Auto Trader's got the most listings of cars in the UK for sure. But if it's not like a super, like a, I don't know, more than 10 years old car, I would always buy them from an OEM dealership. And they just know how to fix the car as well. If anything goes wrong, it goes back to the manufacturer. Do you believe in reincarnation? I don't know about reincarnation, man. I do believe there's like an invisible spiritual plane, but I'm not sure about reincarnation. I've told a few people, I'm starting to tap into religion a little bit. Something that in the UK kind of gets judged, or I wouldn't say frowned upon, but it does a little bit, to be fair. But it's something I've definitely looked into. And I think I try to uphold like religious standards in how I live. I'm just not I haven't been specifically religious all my life. I look like an otter. Well, appreciate that. Otters are pretty cool. I'll take that. Could be worse, right? 37 points for TRFC, 32 for Niraj. Fair enough. As long as I don't want to be a slug. I don't want to be a slug. That would suck. Honestly, Jack, my current opinion is that, you know, when you fall asleep and you've got no idea what's going on, that's what I think it's like. And I think I've heard that when you are close to passing away for whatever reason and you're like in pain, your body shuts that off for like, I've heard it just shuts it off for 30 seconds. There's something that happens where you like have a burst of life for about 30 seconds and then I've never witnessed it myself, but I've heard that's what happens. Ooh. My YouTube has just crashed. Hopefully I've not been taken down for talking about reincarnation. I don't think that's a sensitive topic according to YouTube, is it? I would agree. I'm not sure, Harmony. I think I relate quite closely to Christianity, but there's so many like, I don't know what you call it, practices, right? So I haven't like nailed down one that really suits me yet. Do you know what? Actually, Diamond, I go one further on what the ultimate dream is. The ultimate dream is having enough money where you don't ever need to worry about money again, and then having total freedom to do what you want with your time. That's the ultimate dream, mate. That's the ultimate dream. Do you do yoga? I do quite a bit of stretching, to be fair. I do quite a bit of stretching and mobility. Usually I do that before I get in the pool, and I'm in the pool 3 times a week. So I usually do 3 good full body mobility routines before I swim. Yeah. So I don't specifically do yoga, but I do quite a lot of stretching. Dazzler, my pleasure, man. I'll stay live for another 5 minutes. I'm quite enjoying this chat. I agree, Harmony. I agree with that. I would say on money, not having money is a problem, but having money doesn't solve all your problems. How about that? That's what I'd say on money. On a beach with a beer. Yeah, maybe, Jack. There's only so long I can do that for. I've probably got a couple of days of that in me, and then I need to get back to work, to be honest. I'm wired that way. I always have to be doing something relatively productive or that involves training. I can't really sit on a beach with a beer for all that long. Gotta say. If you had to support another Premier League team, probably Bournemouth or Newcastle for me. Craig, catch you soon, mate. Absolutely, Diamond. I think if I were to pick like an ideal career alongside this, well, I'm trying to start it with YouTube coaching, but it would genuinely be like some form of just helping people. There is money in swim coaching, Greg, but I don't really want to do that, if I'm honest. I quite like doing the sport rather than coaching it. I quite like talking about it, but coaching it is just, I don't know, I just wouldn't want to do that. I'll send a link to my second channel if anyone wants to check it out. It's gotten off to a pretty slow start, but I've got to... there you go. Good for you, FPL Diamond, mate. I've got to... I've just got to keep going with the channel, I think. So yeah, there's my latest channel. It's all about helping people start a YouTube channel, basically. And I'm not... I don't claim to be like an absolute YouTube star and success, but I think I've made nearly 750 videos. And it's become a relatively decent income alongside my job now. So I think I'm qualified to at least help people get started with a YouTube channel. So yeah, if you're interested, check out that channel. And I also, if you want to contact me, tomhcoaching@gmail.com. I can actually offer a one-to-one bit of coaching if you need it. A bit more specific than just watching my videos. I offer that. All right, I'll stay live until 11:15. How about that? I'm quite enjoying this chit chat. Thank you, guys. The questions you're asking are really interesting. I realise that it's not FPL anymore. Well, that's great to hear. Top 10 travel. I'm really glad to hear that, mate. Congratulations. I would still, and I don't mean to sound, I don't know. I would still say my greatest achievement on YouTube so far is that hitting 1,000 subscribers and becoming monetized. That's still my greatest achievement, I think, on this channel. Despite like 10xing the channel in terms of size from then, it's a lot easier when you get that audience behind you because you've got lovely people in the chat and comments that encourage you. But the 0 to 1,000 subscriber journey is quite hard. So I have a lot of respect for other people that have done that. Not big into diving, Jack, I've got to say. Not big into diving. Much prefer swimming. Much prefer swimming, mate. I appreciate the skill of diving, but I'm just not all that interested in it. The swimmers I can really relate to because I do it. But diving I struggle with, I must say. How many views in total? YouTube is telling me 1,674, which is pretty mega, I would say. Pretty damn mega. Should I start Ahmad or Rogers? Ooh, who have they got? Gut feel right now says Ahmad. But Rogers has West Ham, which is a good fixture. Cheers, everyone. Definitely FPL Diamond. What would you say is the thing stopping you from doing it? What's the barrier? Why haven't you? Why haven't you done it, bro? Your job, fair enough. I had that in my mind at one point, but then I just did it. Found the time. I always think if you want something badly enough, you find the time to do it. But I'm conscious that I'm in a fortunate position in my life in some regards to that. But I always think if you want something badly enough, you can find a way to do it. That might be easier said than done for some people. You love firearms. Well, I'm not going to talk about that on this channel because, yeah. I'm planning on triple captain and say, ooh. Your take on this plan? I don't like it. If I was using the triple captain chip now, I would wait till a double game week. Sorry that doesn't answer your question, but well, sorry, that might not be an answer that you want, but it is just me being honest. And I'm being honest because I want to help you, mate, not because I'm a dick. Oh, I do remember FPL Diamond. I do remember. Syed, I hope you do well too, man. I hope you do well too, my friend. What does that journey look like for you in your country? How long in education do you need for that? It's 7 years, I think, of university to become a doctor in the UK. I do like F1, Jack. My favourite driver, I would have always said Daniel Ricciardo, right? So now I don't actually think I have a favourite driver, to be completely honest with you. I don't think I have one. I don't think I have one anymore. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't answer that question because I don't think I have one. With the industry I work in, Diamond, I am well aware, mate. I am well aware. Well, we all know Lewis moved to Ferrari, mate. I'd actually say I quite like Carlos Sainz, you know. I quite like Carlos Sainz. Apologies, I just needed to sneeze off camera then. All right, got 4 minutes. I'll go until 1:15, and then we're gonna sign off. Unless anyone's got anything else to say, and then I'll sign off now. Been a blast too, Jack. I enjoyed that. It was good to have a bit of car chat at the end. I do love a bit of car chat. I can talk about quite a lot of things, to be fair. I've got quite a few things I'm interested in. So it's nice to talk about things that aren't FPL. I know it's an FPL stream, but I hope I helped you all with your FPL games. You want me to stay till 11:15? All right, it's only 3 minutes. It's only 3 minutes. Oscar Piastri. Yeah, he's very likeable, isn't he, to be fair? Piastri, I agree. I agree. I would have previously said Lando Norris, but I find him a little bit frustrating to support. I think he's way too self-critical, and I don't think he's aggressive enough on track. He's still taking silly supplements. I just take 2 supplements, mate. I take magnesium and vitamin D. That's all I take. It's all I've ever taken, and creatine. So 3. I take 3 supplements. I don't think I can get sufficient vitamin D from my diet living in the UK. I like magnesium because it helps me sleep, and yeah, I take creatine because I like to lift a bit more. But that's about it. That's all I take. I don't think that's too outrageous of a set of supplements, to be honest with you, mate. Can you smell carrots, Andy? Is that the... I think that's the joke. Nice one, FPL Diamond. Cheers, Jojo. See, I'm smart with my supplements, mate. I don't get too carried away with them. The only thing that does concern me about creatine, well, all the supplements I take, is they're the most trustworthy ones I could find, but you still don't know exactly where they come from. Harmony, we got a stew this week. He's been slow cooking a stew, I've heard. I hope so, FPL Diamond. I don't think I'm ready for kids yet. Quite a long way off that for me. I want to get a bit more established in my life before I do that, but I certainly want to one day. I genuinely think I'm about 10 years away from kids, you know. Why don't you go out and get one, Diamond? Why don't you go out and get one? Treat yourself. Which one is good for protein? What's that, Andy? What, in terms of a supplement? Protein powder is the best supplement for protein, but you could also just eat some meat. So it's up to you. I only really have protein powder with yogurt. I just have a bit of protein powder and Greek yogurt after my breakfast. But I don't really shovel protein powder into myself, really. Absolutely, Jack. I've thoroughly enjoyed the stream. Well, we're at 11:15. We're at 11:15 now. I'm doing very well, mate. Right. I think I'm going to sign off now, if that's all right. I'm going to sign off. Thank you, everyone. I've really enjoyed this. We still got 117 people here just watching me chat absolute bobbins, so I appreciate that. Sorry that we kind of didn't mention FPL at all for the last half an hour. And I'm sorry, Lee, I've noticed you've just joined, but I'm literally signing off. If you want to watch me back, there's an hour and a half of chit-chat. So feel free to watch that if you want. What are my plans for the rest of today? Well, I'm going to have another live stream once all the football finishes this evening, which I think will be 6:30 p.m. Yeah, 6:30 p.m. Ipswich Man City is the final game. So I'll go live for another reaction stream just after that. And then I will have an ultimate guide video coming out around 7:15, 7:30. I'll make the video while the Ipswich City game is on, and then I will have it to upload after the stream finishes. So that's my plan. I enjoyed the stream. Thank you, everyone. I haven't played with crypto purely because I just don't trust it, mate. I don't trust it. It's a bit like gambling for me. So yeah, I don't trust it. That's my view on crypto. Anyway, I'm probably wrong. I'll see you later. Just buy the S&P 500, mate. That's what I reckon.